Morning, everyone. How are you today? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Quilting in the Country. My name's Lori. In my little corner of the world here. Um, this week has been eventful, right? Um, let's just say that. Good morning, Lisa. Happily lurking and working. Hi, Deb. How are you? Good morning, Jim. Hello, Kim. Hi, Susan. How are you today? You're well? A little chilly. It's like 50 something out there. I don't know if you can hear the heat kicking on, but it is. I had to give in. I couldn't take it anymore. Too cold. Anyway, so I wasn't here on Monday. Um, I did sew a little yesterday. So that's a good thing. It's only 30 degrees. Wow, you're colder than here. Guess fall is in full action, right? Um, so the reveal for this quilt I've been working on for 10 months came out last Thursday on Primitive Gatherings YouTube channel. I was hanging behind Lisa. So I now know what it looks like. Um, although I'm a little behind on my little blocks, probably because I can't stick to one project. You know how it goes. Um, Morning, Terry. How are you? Melanie, good morning. You're in the doctor's office. Ooh. I hope it's for good things, good thoughts, good things sent your way, Mel. Um, so I've been busily working on this to get it to the point where I can put it together. But I'm still behind on blocks. I probably have 30 more to do. I mean, totally from making these little units to actually throwing this block together. So playing hard to catch up. Good morning, Loretta. Welcome. They're not pinwheels. They're broken dish. When I sew them wrong, they're pinwheels. I've done it and had to rip them apart. You know, not paying attention or just not on my game that day. You know, been there, done that, made that mistake. So, um, yeah, fun. Yeah, you've done those, yeah. And it's easy to flip them around and not get those and get pinwheels instead. Very easy to do. Good morning, Joyce. Welcome. You haven't done any sewing since Saturday. Zero motivation. Oh, we've all been there, Susan. We have all been there. Sometimes you just lose your sojo and that's it. Well, I hope it comes back, right? Sit over at your machine. I don't know. Look at patterns. I don't know. Maybe it'll come back. It's funny. It's very emotional for me. Like I'm having a bad day. Sometimes it helps me if I go over and just shove stuff through there. You know, I don't know. But to get yourself to there, well, that's a different story. But if I can get myself to the machine and just kind of push stuff through, it's one of those leader and enders, you know. already pre-cut or blocks pre-cut. Haven't felt like sewing since Saturday. You've been doing hand embroidery. Well, that's still creativeness, right? And I think when we do that, whether it be knitting or crocheting or embroidery or whatever, or even just sewing, helps our mentality, I think. Good morning, sir. No, 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 don't bump my hand. Don't. No. Jeez. How are you? Good? Levi says hello. You have an open sew tomorrow? Well, that'll help. Maybe that'll help. You're lucky. Started on the 6th, you're doing red work. You're starting on the 6th dish towel. That's awesome. Someone keeps you busy and you didn't miss it. Really? Well, I know there's someone keeping you busy. So sometimes we do need a break from it, I guess. Kim says hi, Levi. He says hello. He's still here. He's right here. Kim said hi. She said good morning. She said, how are you? He's been up for a bit. He got up with me at like 3. I let him out, let him back in, and then he took a nap. Now he's awake again. So you know what that's going to mean in a minute. Right? Right. Right. So I didn't. So focusing on that because I just want to, you're wiggling everything, mister. Because I just want to get it done. But to get it to the point where it's together, I have like 30 more blocks, and then there's sashing on both sides of these blocks, and then sashing on the bottom with more of these in between. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's kind of a neat quilt though, because if you look at it as motion, so I'm pretty happy with the results of it because I didn't know what it was going to be. And usually I like her stuff anyway, so I was kind of lucky there. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? That's the fear with mystery quilts, right? You don't know if you're going to like them. And what if you don't, right? Throw it together and give it away, or come up with a different configuration for it, I guess. Because this would be very easy to put into star blocks. But she didn't have them arranged that way. So the way hers is arranged is after an antique quilt. So I'm pretty sure I'm just going to do it that way and send it out to be quilted because there's a lot of open area with that pink, and let somebody who's very good at it do it, and not me. I don't mind doing smaller stuff. I don't, scrap quilts kind of hide imperfection, that kind of thing. So I don't mind that at all either. I don't mind doing those. But I know I'm not good enough with big open spaces to be able to make it look beautiful, right? And that quilt's big. It's like 98 by 98. So it's not a wall hanging where I can just wing it. Which brings me back to the one I want to put borders on. Trying to think how to quilt it because I have to do it myself. So this one is only maybe 58 by 58. But once again, there's all that open area. Ugh. Straight line quilting, I don't know. Then I was thinking waves, like kind of just go up and down across it and then just follow that all the way down. Or this way, right? I don't know. We'll see when I'm get there because I'm not even there yet. Morning, Joe. Happy Wednesday. How are you? So, if anybody has any straight line suggestions, I'm open to it. Um, my quilting is hand quilting. Oh, not me, Susan. Morning, Lisa. I can't do hand quilting. Little things, yes, like embellishment, right? I can do that. But to do a whole quilt like you do, no. Because I get very obsessive when I do it by hand about even stitches and whatever. And I'm not that good at it, to be honest. I kind of stink at it. So I'm a little less obsessive when I'm on the machine doing it. But to do it by hand, oh, I envy you, but I know my limits. Retired from hand quilting or fired. Fired is probably more like it. So that's where I've been most of the week is working on that unity. And so I thought today I would put 2 borders on this Starlight quilt and then do the other 2 borders this afternoon because how you should measure, right? That kind of stuff. Which I did for the side borders, but you have to have the side borders on before you can do the top and bottom, right? What? I told you. It wouldn't be long. I saw a tip someone said tape on your finger and the space at the top. Yeah, that sounds logical, right? That sounds like a good idea, actually. Let me let him out. Have fun. Yes, I think that's a good idea. Put tape on your finger. On the one that would do a feather circle quilting in the open spaces. It would take practice, yeah. For sure. For absolute sure. So, what's everyone else working on? Anything fun? Hi, Gladys. How are you? Welcome. Got any great quilts you're working on? Oops. And then I dropped my borders. Hi, Joey T. How are you? Welcome. Coffee and tea for everyone. Don't forget to tip your waitress. Where is the other one? Oh, I'm dropping stuff. Anyway, so here's my border. So this is the initial first border. And I think with the other border, I don't have any green. I really like the green that they used, but I don't have any. So I'm probably just going to do black. It's a Halloween quilt anyway, so yeah. So I did mark my center, right? And I'm gonna match my center up because I folded it in half and lined up my border, cut my border. So I know my border is the exact length of the middle of the quilt. In case my piecing is off, which it probably is, I can ease it in. Making several seasons of doggy bandanas. Tara Reid's method. Oh, how fun. Are you selling them? Morning, Jennifer. Welcome. You're really anxious to get back to making quilt tops? Yeah. It's a nice little break, though, right? I'm going to do, I saw this morning on my Facebook that our local shelter needs blankets and towels. Well, I have a ton. Well, not a ton. I have quite a bit of fleece that I had from when I used to make garments, and I have no interest in doing that anymore for the grand dogs. Oh, that's cute. Um, you're making little bandanas for them. So I thought, well, I'll just fold those in half, stitch around, flip them out, sew around the edge, and call it good, and get rid of that stuff because I'm not going to use it. So, not interested in sewing coats or pullover fleece things anymore. It's cheaper to buy them, and that's a lot of work. I retired from that. Yeah. Halloween quilt instead of feather circles using pumpkin shapes in the center would be fun. Yeah, if I can do that. I don't know that I'm that talented. I could try it. I mean, this is my quilt, so if it looks kind of, it'll be all right. Just going to throw it over the back of the chair during October anyway. So that's the plan for it. So we'll see how that goes. So then I marked my borders, center, and just match the pin. That's all I'm doing. And the start and the stop, or the top and the bottom of where they, what I'm trying to say? What's wrong with me today? Can't even articulate. So if I find where it was, probably not that side. Here it is. Okay. Make sure I have right sides together. Jess is lurking. Hi, Jess. Hope you're having a great day with the kiddos. Hope you're having a good day with them. Did you get your coffee? Got your coffee? Just quilting the table runner I showed on my channel. So many interruptions. Yes, well, there's that. But the puppy's gotta take precedence. it's testing day. So having a sub for the next 2 days in your room is going to be a mini vacation. Very nice. Enjoy. You received a beautiful call. Yeah. Was it last week that we found out that you won and you didn't know you won, Miss Terry? I went and looked after our live stream here just to see what you won. That's awesome. Much prettier in person. They always are. They always are prettier in person. That's great. Yeah, you should do a little video and show it to everybody. You watched the replay and didn't hear your name. Just everyone else's. That's bizarre. Oh, what a surprise, though. What a neat surprise, right? I bet the quilt is beautiful. All right. I got one side pinned. Here we go with that interruption, Terry, right? Kind of let him in. Come on. Now go lay down and be a good boy. Go lay down and be a good boy. All right. Maybe. Okay. This looks to be like I don't have to do too much easing in. It looks pretty flat, if you know what I mean. That's unusual. Pull your pin out. I was hoping I could sew it from the side so I can make sure my seams are going, you know, how this sometimes fold over and do silly stuff when they're on the bottom. Okay. Two. So we went for a drive over the weekend to go close camp. So we drove down there, and it was beautiful because all the leaves are changing. So it was a gorgeous drive. It's very hilly there. So I really enjoyed that. Looking at the colors. I didn't enjoy closing camp, but it's always kind of sad. For another year, you know. So we closed up camp, which only took, it didn't take very long. Pack up the food, you know. Finally having some coffee. It's ice, but it's still coffee. That's right. It still counts. Enjoy, Cam. Time for breakfast. I didn't eat breakfast this morning. I don't know why. I really wanted my shameful breakfast, but I don't have any, which is Pop Tarts. I love cherry Pop Tarts. So not good for you, but they taste good. What do you want, sir? Just came over to see what I'm doing. Who I'm talking to? No, don't stop. Oh, the senior citizen dog. No. Stop. Stop. Have I ever made homemade Pop Tarts? No. I bet they're delightful. Nope, I've never done that. And when we went on our little adventure, our little drive down there to close camp, we stopped at McDonald's and I tried their because I really like pumpkin. Yeah, I'm one of those people. Not pumpkin coffee, but like pumpkin treats, muffins, bread, pie, that kind of thing. Ooh, I just hit the stand. And so I tried their pumpkin pie. Mm, disappointed. It doesn't taste like I remember it tasting. Or maybe, I don't know, I haven't had it in so long. Maybe I hyped it up in my head a little bit. Did I hit this? I just hit it again. So, I was a little disappointed. Ah. And it didn't take long to close up camp because really all we had left to do was flush the system, and pack up the food. Really. So it didn't take very long at all. Put the antifreeze in there and lock it up, and hopefully when we go back in April, we won't have any winter visitors. Stop. Come here. Dairy Queen has changed their blizzards again. I know. Why do they mess with something good? Why did they do that? Yeah, leave it alone. No, no. And they think they're making an improvement. And they're go lay down. You're not being a good boy here, sir. He's very needy today. I think he has a little dementia too. Because he's like 12. No, 13. He's 13. And we deal with this on the daily, huh? What are we going to do? Now he's got cataracts. I can see that. but he can still see pretty good. Just becomes very needy sometimes, huh? Yeah. Ouch. Well, I just flung that pen. So I'll have to fold this again. No. Go lay down. I'm sorry, you guys. I do apologize for him. There's not much I can do. Okay. Sure, I have that. So I'm just matching centers. See if this one's good. Look at that, perfect. There's no easing on this side borders. Perfect. Okay. See, now he quieted right down and he's laying over by the door, kind of looking out. Okay. I want to sew it from this side so I can make sure all my seams, none of my seams flip. Okay. Match it up. I'm not a fan of doing borders, actually. I think they're kind of boring. Over there. There we go. And it's supposed to rain this afternoon. We need it. We're still in a drought condition. And my brother got all his beans picked. I think all he has left is some corn. So that's good. And Halloween is fast approaching. I haven't heard from the girls. Piece of my hair. Stuck there. What they want to be yet for Halloween. It's not really my favorite holiday as far as trick-or-treating goes. And we don't got any trick-or-treaters here. That would be my favorite part, is to see all the kids in their costumes. But we don't got them. So it'll be taking the girls, trick-or-treating. Not fun. At least people won't fall asleep during your video. Or if they do, they'll wake up. 7 inches down for the year for rain. You're right. You're right. It really affected crops. So, yeah, that's great, Kim. She wants to work on more of her string blocks. Don't you love doing string blocks? They're like, you don't have to think too much. Just cover the area. And they're a great way to use up scrap. I actually saved all of the cuttings. I'll show you from Unity, and I think that's what I'm going to do with it. Take all the pins out. I did. Okay, 2 borders on. Yay. So, as I was saying, ouch. Ooh. Sorry, sewing machine. Yikes. Okay. So, from making these broken dish blocks, that all started from these charms, right? That's where we get the half square triangles. I didn't throw them out. I have this big bag of strings. And I tried to do it when I lined them up. I lined them up in the corner so that I have all of this and all of this, right? So now I have a big bag of these, which are lights and darks. So I think what I'm going to do with that is make string blocks, small ones, like 3.5 or 4 inches, somewhere in there. But do a light side and a dark side, right? And just whatever falls wherever. I'm not going to worry too much about color as long as 2 colors aren't together. And then my thought is after I get all those done, I can lay it out in some half square triangle combination. It might be a little wild, but it'll work. I think it will work. Our leaves are falling, still green, no rain. Oh, I know. We have some too. But at least we did get color. It's not as vibrant after our little drive the other day as it usually is, but it's better than I thought it would be, to be honest. As far as colors go. The maple and the oak trees are pretty. But then I have a maple tree right outside my window. I have leaves that have fallen that have changed color, mostly gold. But I still have leaves on the tree, And some of them are like shrunk up and shriveled and brown, but haven't fallen off yet. And others of them are still changing color. It's very weird. And I think that's just from the lack of rain. The leaves are starting to change there, Sheila. Don't you love it? It's so beautiful. So beautiful. It would be one thing I would miss about living in the north, you know. If I lived like, I don't know, Florida or something. I don't know. I just I think it's so beautiful. Favorite time of year. It is really pretty. Yeah. And when we were driving to camp, you know, there was a lot of I want to call them large hills. People call them mountains, but they're really not mountains, right? They're very large hills, you know, and just the colors of the reds and the golds, and it was really pretty, very stunning. And then you know we have beautiful lakes here, so you have all of the color on the hills, and then the blue of the water. It's gorgeous, just gorgeous. Come here, come here. A Japanese maple tree. They're stunning. Red leaves. Oh, they are stunning. You're right. The elm trees have mostly dropped. Some of the oak leaves are still dropping, but from lack of moisture. Yeah. See, my tree has both. It has ones that are dropping because they're yellow, and then there's still some that drop that are all shriveled up, but they're on the tree that way too. It's weird how, and it, you know, on one branch you can have both, right? And if you think about it, that's strange that you have on the same branch leaves that are shriveling up because they didn't get enough water, and then leaves that are okay and they're changing, and then leaves that are half and half. It's very weird to me. So that makes me think about how the tree delivers its moisture. I don't know. Maybe I think too much. Maybe I maybe I take it too far. I don't know. Come here. He's something today. You are something. You are something. No, no, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. So anyway, that's about all I have today. Because I'm back to making more of those half square triangles to move forward, kind of in the middle of things. And I didn't really want to start something new yet. I really wanted to get this Halloween quilt and these blocks at least done. So I have been busy sewing. That's true. That's true. It doesn't feel as accomplished, I guess. Hi Sandra, how are you? I'm kind of just wrapping it up. I hope you're having a good morning. I put 2 borders on. Woohoo! And you know I'm not a fan of borders. Hey, come here. And they fit perfect, which is unusual for me too. Um, I didn't have to ease in or any funny business. Miracles happen every day. How's the summer moon? I have 2 more borders to put on it. Once again, borders, Sandra. Borders. I have 2 on. I have to do the top and the bottom. And then the quilting, obviously. I might send that one out too. Definitely sending this one out. So that's where I'm stalled with that. Because I think borders. Maybe this week. Maybe. I shall try. 2 borders on that one too. 2 more borders. It's ridiculous. Put it off and put it off and put it off. But Levi, come here. Who are you barking at? Across the street. Or the mailman. He's just something today. He's having a bad day. Come here. Hey. I can't even break his concentration. Levi, come here. Well, he did just look at me. So, that's about all I have for today. Hopefully I can get these 2 quilts off the list. That would be good. I would feel better. You're not a fan of borders either. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what it is. You have a quilt that needs 1 border and has 14 years. You forget about it. Well, Sheila, you gotta bring that out. Because that's part of the problem too, right? Out of sight, out of mind. 1 border. Oh, it's too funny. Bye, Susan. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out. Oh my goodness, you make me laugh. I know it's easy. It doesn't make sense, Sandra. I never said I made sense, right? It's 1 border. And I don't even have to piece it because I used wide fabric, right? So I don't even have to piece it. I just have to sew it on. And I'm prolonging it. It's a shame. I'm with you though, girl. I'm with you. I'm with you, Sheila. So we all have our things, right? What are you going to do? As long as we're happy. That's what I say. As long as we're happy about it. I mean, I'm not happy that I'm prolonging it, but it keeps me, this craft keeps me happy. That's the important thing. So have a great day, Jim. Take care too. I'm going to get going and see. Come here, Levi. If I can do anything with this dog. He's having a bad day. So I will talk to you all later. Have a great day. And if I don't see you around, have a great week. Bye, everyone.